we can now turn our heads, obviously, to the Premier League, and we are back at home this Saturday against Saints. And Patrick, I'll come to you first. How excited are you to be back at the Lane to watch Tottenham?
Buzzing, man, buzzing. And the fact it's on a Saturday, boys and girls, because Hollie, obviously, you're a girl, but Saturday, 3 o'clock, prime time, like, you can't get better than that. Now we're Champions League. We ain't got to keep playing on Sundays. I can't wait. I can't wait. Everyone's looking forward to linking up again before and after the game. But first and foremost, I mean, to be fair, I don't really know what Southampton have been doing. I haven't really been keeping an eye on them. I've not heard much from them. But obviously, we've got so many new players. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the lineup is for the first game. Will Basuma start? Will he be paired with Bentancur? I think the front three picks itself. Will Perisic start? Will Spence be on the bench? Will he get a run? You know, there's a lot of exciting options. Obviously, with Charlison as well. How many minutes will he get? And we've been a team which have never really come in with a lot of good quality signings where we can actually look forward to them being, added and included and seeing what's going on. So it's really exciting. And obviously Conte's first full season as well with a pre-season. So there's a lot of exciting variables there. So yeah, I'm buzzing.
Like, it will be good. And I think I saw something from the Tottenham Trust saying how obviously I think it's gone up by 77% on how excited fans are obviously with the crowd, with the experience of match days, whereas obviously prior last season it wasn't so great. So I think that's also something to really look forward to. But George, I think the big question is, like Patrick's kind of touched on, is who's going to be starting in that mid three kind of thing, because I've looked at some of Saints' signing. Obviously they've got James Ward-Prowse in the middle, but they've also got a Rebo from Rangers as who they brought in. So having him in the middle, what would you kind of shape up or pair against Aribo and James Ward-Prowse? What would your combination be in the middle? I know it's a bit of a question.
I think, to be honest with you, just looking at preseason at the moment and sort of what Conte favoured before, I think Højbjerg's going to start regardless. I think I would love it to get to a position where it is a Basuma Bentancur midfield, because that to me on paper sounds incredible. And I'd want both of them to play because, I mean, Bentancur with silky plays, like, just looks so composed. And Basuma, I think what he can do once the ball's won back, carrying it up the pitch, I think he's a quality player. But I think for now, he's going to stick to what's worked so far. And I think it'll be Bentancur and Højbjerg. With hopefully a Basuma feature, whether that's coming in as a middle three later on the line, later in the game to sort of hold up the game if we need to like keep the win, or if that is to replace Bentancur, which he's done before with bringing on the likes of Winks. Like, I'm a lot more confident bringing on Basuma than I am bringing on Winks to see out a game. So yeah, Jesus. I think it'll be Bentancur, Højbjerg is what I think the centre mids will start as.
Definitely. I think that's a good shout. Obviously, with James Ward-Prowse and his free kicks, though, Patrick, and we're talking about dead ball situations against Roma. How do you kind of stop him, shall we say?
Yeah, we just need to be smart because, a lot of people got onto Højbjerg last year. I think he played a bit too many minutes. So he's a good player, but obviously the good thing is he won't be overexerted or overused this year. But when we played Southampton and we were 2-1 up, when Højbjerg came off, that's when James Ward-Prowse had literally the rub of the green and he was getting onto balls and just creating havoc. Because Højbjerg was literally man marking him before he went off. And then obviously literally Ward-Prowse, the same cross, identical goals. And we ended up losing 3-2. So Højbjerg being in will be great because he doesn't take no shit and he actually does put a shift in. Sometimes, his passing may not be the best, his ball retention might not be that good, but he's going to give 100%, and we're going to need that. Someone needs to be on Ward-Prowse and man mark him, because if you stop him, you essentially stop their attack. So we need to be smart. No silly fouls outside the box. They're going to go down quite easily anywhere in that final third. And again, hopefully Sanchez doesn't start, because Sanchez loves a nibble. You don't want to be giving them any chance of a dead ball around the danger zone, because they are really good at that.
Definitely. I think, like you say, I mean, Højbjerg had the luxury of obviously playing with James Ward-Prowse in the same team, so he's kind of trained with him, so he knows how he works. But you're right, you need to stop where the ball's coming from, and it's going to be pretty much James Ward-Prowse pulling all the strings for Southampton. But I've got a question here from Adam, and he says, do we think Perisic starts or Sessegnon? Now, I'll come to you for that one, George. What are you kind of feeling on that kind of take?
I think Perisic should start. I mean, I want him to start for sure, because after those crosses, a couple of crosses I saw in that preseason game, even though there weren't many chances, they looked lethal. They looked like, and I think it was the game before as well. I know he came on towards the end of the game and he had like one chance and just straight away was in the center of the box. So he's a man I definitely would want to start the game. And I think for me personally, I've always been a person that I would rather start with our strongest possible team And if Perisic does need to be rested for a bit for fitness-wise, then I'd rather we start with him and then take him off, because I think it's a lot harder for players to come in like in the middle of a game, then warm up and then be ready to carry on. Do you know what I mean? Especially if there's only half an hour left. So I'd rather he start the game, ease into the game as the rest of the players will do, and then bring him off later if we have to. We've got the 5 subs, so we can do it. So yeah, I think Perisic should start, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what do you think as well, Patrick? Are you kind of on the same vibe? Would you rather start Perisic?
Exactly what George said. Start Perisic, start with that quality, that experience. Those dead balls have been delicious when we've seen them. And then, Sessegnon a good player. I like Sessegnon. So it's no disservice to Sess if he comes in. Sess will put a shift in both ways, going forward and defensively. But I think Sess just needs to be better in that final third. So for me, Perisic gets the nod. And people forget Perisic is super fit. I know he's coming off an injury, so yeah, he may not be up to full speed, but the guy is a machine. So if he's good to go, start him, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Like you say, we've got 5 subs this season. It's just annoying and a bit sad that obviously Skippy has apparently hurt himself in training. I think it was word that he's had stitches in his foot, and I think We Are Tottenham TV were reporting something.
Yeah, they said it's a broken foot. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the.
I think it was in training, stud straight onto it. I think.
Oh shit! Okay, is that what happened?
Yeah, I think so. Apparently,
he's unlucky, man. Unlucky kid.
Every time.
It's crazy.
Just when you think it's going to kick off for it then kind of goes to pop. So, like I say, I don't think he'll be around for Saturday, which would have been a nice little headache for Conte as well to try and sort out who he's going to put in the middle. But I think you guys are kind of right with the sense of Perisic starting and obviously that 2 in the middle. I don't normally like to do score predictions, but because it's against Southampton, I'm going to do it. So, George, I come to you first. What's your kind of score predictions against Southampton?
It's a tough one because, like you said, we've got pretty much a brand new team, new season. I would like to think we're going to start the season with a 2-0 win at home. I think we've definitely got the quality for it. Not too many injuries, like you said. It's only Skip that's not going to be available. A lot more options off the bench, and I think the preseason's been okay. It's been okay so far. I think this is the real chance for the new players now to actually show what they're about. So I'd like a 2-0 win starts off.
Oh, I like the optimism. And I think as well, I haven't really touched on who Southampton brought in because I literally think it's just a Rebo. Then the other people they brought in.
It was a goalkeeper as well, I think.
Is it a goalkeeper as well?
Yeah, apart from that, not too many others, I don't think. Bro, you've gone back to Chelsea, so he won't be there.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, we took Forster off them, didn't we? So they had to bring someone in. So
we were planning ahead for the first game of the season. Just didn't want to know after that Arsenal performance he had.
4D chess, just moving things advanced.
No, you both I from the names that they brought in, apart from now, I remember now the guy from Portsmouth that's now gone to Southampton that they brought in. There's not really many other people that I can think, oh yeah, I know who you are. So I'm hoping that's a good thing. But Patrick, what's your kind of score prediction?
I'm going big. I'm going to go 3-0 or maybe 3-1 if we turn off for a bit. But I think we'll, touch wood. I hope I don't jinx myself. But I think it'll be a comfortable win. So yeah, 3-1. I'm going to say 3-0 actually. I think we'll be switched on for this one. Conte won't take no shit. We have been, I know it's pre-season. There's been a few times where we've switched off, especially in that game against the K-League All-Stars. 3 of those goals were quite comical. So I'm hoping we're at the races. I'm going to go 3-0. 3-1 at a bad, at a stretch.
I mean, it's a bit like Jonas said. Obviously, he said concerned that we didn't keep 1 clean sheet. And I think
there you go.
That is the one thing I'm a bit worried about, especially obviously Southampton or with Jane Ward-Prowse. So like I said, if he just has a free kick and we give away a silly foul on the edge of the box, he's going in the back of the net, isn't it? So
100%. Yeah, I do think we have to take preseason with a pinch of salt though, because there was a lot of chopping and changing around the team. Yeah. So it's always going to cause a little bit of disparity between the players, but yeah, it's not great.
No, it's not. But hopefully, like I say, I think there's going to be some goals in the game. I'm hoping it'll be a clean sheet because it'd be nice to start the season off with a clean sheet, and we're at home as well. So, like you said, I don't think Conte's going to take much rubbish, and that we will hopefully get all 3 points.